All right. F's.
My F goes to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC. This is the stalwart we all count on to insure our bank deposits. My F is for the very creative accounting it has used to conclude that despite the fact that it will insure 85% of the loans the Treasury will make to private investors for their use to subsidize their purchase of those toxic assets on the bank's balance sheet, and despite the fact that investors who borrow from the Treasury and lose money on these purchases will owe the government nothing, that the FDIC will lose nothing, has no risk on these deals. Now, that took some creative, talented accountants. And as if that weren't bad enough, keep in mind that the FDIC had to so conclude, because although the Treasury plans to lend as much as $2 trillion to private investors in this program, the FDIC by law can only guarantee up to $30 billion in obligations. So they fixed it. No risk loans. That way they don't count toward the cap. Miraculous.
I'm giving an F to Norm Coleman, former Minnesota senator who lost his Senate race. He lost the recount. The 5-person state canvassing board said that he lost. He appealed that. A 3-judge panel in a 7-week trial said that Al Franken, his opponent, won the election, ruled unanimously that his opponent won. And that the election was fair. But Coleman refuses to give up, and he claims he's going to appeal this all the way to the Supreme Court. This is not fair to the state of Minnesota. Coleman himself is rapidly losing political credibility. He should give this up.
It always worries me a little bit when my position gets closer and closer to that of David Rubin. But I want to give, and I'm starting to come very close to his assessment of Governor Patterson. I want to give an F to Governor Patterson, not because I disagree with his stand on gay marriage. I happen to agree with the stated stand. But because he has put forth so obviously so transparent a political position. This is a bill that his majority leader says will not pass. This is a bill that his own caucus says will not pass. And yet he puts it forth for what purpose? It seems to be just simply to inflate his sagging numbers in terms of his own job approval rating.
I'm giving an F to Jamie Foxx for his Molly Cyrus rant on his Fox House radio show. Commenting on the 16-year-old Cyrus's temper tantrum when she was refused backstage admittance to a Radiohead concert, Foxx suggested she should lie, sell drugs, make a porno video, and just get over it.
Christy, my F builds on you. There's a second F in Minnesota, and this one goes to Governor Tim Pawlenty, a Republican who is saying that he may not even certify Franken for the Senate, and he's doing this to cater to the dwindling, die-hard Republican base. Not much leadership here from Pawlenty. All right, 2 minutes to go for A's.
Okay. My A goes to Susan Boyle. She's the woman from the small village in Scotland. You may have heard about her. This is for her sensational performance on Britain's Got Talent last Saturday. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't yet seen it, it's available on youtube.com. Just search Susan Boyle. I dare you to try to watch it without smiling.
An A to the Obama administration, specifically the State Department under Hillary Clinton, who has said that they will stop using the phrase war on terror. This terminology helped to justify an illegitimate war, create the perception that we were at war against Islam, and should be dropped from our political discourse.
January 1st, 1985, I was coming back from New York on Amtrak. It was on time. I went up to the club car, sat down, and a gentleman motioned me over to talk to him. It was John Madden. We talked for about 3 hours. It was an extraordinary experience. He retired this week. He was the absolute best at what he did.
I'm giving an A to Major League Baseball because on Wednesday, all of Major League Baseball honored Jackie Robinson by wearing his number.
I think you can learn a lot about the character of a person based on their charitable contributions, if they have the money to make them. So an A to the Obamas. They grossed $2 million, but they gave away $172,000 in charity, which is terrific. By comparison, our accidental governor and his wife earned nearly $300,000 and gave away $2,000. And the Bidens earned $270,000 and gave away less than $2,000. Okay, thanks to you at home for joining us this evening. Please send your comments to the Ivory Tower Half Hour, Post Office Box 2400, Syracuse, New York 13220, or email us at ivorytower@wcny.org. To view our weekly A's and F's, just go to wcny.org and click on the YouTube icon. This is David Rubin saying we're going to be gone until May the 8th. The next 2 weeks our tell-awk, so watch tell-awk and support the station. We'll see you on May the 8th. Until then, keep debate alive.